Welcome to the Inside Track on Real Estate with the Decker team. And today we're going to give you the skinny, the lowdown. What other words would there be?
The truth.
The shake up, the truth.
The inside track on potentially selling yourself. Why would you do it? Why wouldn't you do it? What are the pros? What are the cons? And I will tell you, we are probably going to give you more of the...
I'll tell you what, you can do the pros and I'll do the cons. How's that?
That means I'm not going to get to talk very much. Because the biggest pro is that I think I'm going to save money. I'm Yetta Decker, by the way, and this is Ken Decker, my sidekick. Or he might say I'm his sidekick.
Yeah, I think that's basically the reason most people sell by themselves is they think they're going to save money.
Right, that's the expectation or the hope or the desire. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking a lot about this. Why else might somebody do it? So I started asking some of my clients and some of my family members and just saying, why? Why? And even my cameraman, why would you sell yourself? Like, why do you think somebody would sell themselves if you yourself haven't done it? So I think I'm going to say the illusion of saving money, because I don't think
Hold on. You're supposed to be the pro side.
Oh, yeah, I'm the pro. Okay, saving money. And I have more control. I can control things better if I don't let anybody else get involved in the process, if I don't have other people help me.
Okay, but you got to give me a chance to rebuttal.
Oh.
Your pros, right?
Well, okay. If I must, but I'd rather...
So, Yetta, I understand you want to save money.
Yes,
and that's why you're thinking of selling it yourself.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, many of my clients have thought that way as well.
They have?
Yes.
Okay.
And then what they've found is there's several different types of buyers.
There are.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're selling by yourself and not opening up to the real estate industry,
right,
there's a few buyers that are eliminated from your ability to get. And some of those buyers are, for instance, relocation buyers. So people that in the military, government, corporate, they've been moved to Ottawa for whatever reason. And guess what? Their company requires them to use a realtor. So what percentage of those would use a realtor?
All of them.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure if it's a requirement, I'd say yes.
Okay. The second type of buyer is a buyer who has sold their house.
Right.
Quite likely with a realtor.
Right.
But maybe not. But most of the time with a realtor. And now they need to buy a house because they're going to be homeless.
Right.
What percentage would you say, Yetta, would use a realtor when they have an urgent need to buy a house?
Probably 100%.
Close to that. Maybe not all.
Maybe 99.
Okay, 98 to 25, even 95,
no, it's
whatever.
way more than that.
Okay, so those people are using a realtor. Why are they using a realtor?
Well, because they have a real need and there's a professional that can help them and have access to all the properties, not even just the properties on the MLS. They can have access to things they know about within their real estate network, because there's a whole nother layer of property.
Remember, you're on the con side.
Oh, right. Oh, my goodness. I'm not very good at this, am I?
So
I need your help.
Would that cost the buyer anything?
No.
No, because it comes out of the transaction, right?
Right.
So the buyer doesn't pay for the realtor's services.
Right.
That's why well over 90% of buyers are working with realtors. Yes. Okay, so there's two of the major buyers. Now, what about someone that is buying, but their house isn't sold yet, but it's up for sale? What percentage do you think are using a realtor?
Unless you've got real stats to
I don't
prove
have
it. Okay. So I would say certainly much less than the first two groups.
Right.
Because if I'm not really ready to buy a house yet, I may or may not have. There's potential if I have relationship with a realtor, I suppose. I already have them helping me look for something, and yet I may just be casually looking.
But you just had a conversation with one of your sellers recently.
Yeah,
who wanted to go out and look at properties, but wasn't able to buy properties. What was your conversation?
Well, my conversation was, it probably isn't going to help you. It's probably going to hurt you. And the reason it's going to hurt you and not help you is if you fall in love with the perfect property, which we may well if we start looking now. We may find the one and you fall in love. And let's say we even put an offer in and we even get it accepted. Well, we've probably paid more than we would have paid because your offer is going to be conditional on the sale of your home. So you probably paid a premium. And then you're going to pay for your inspections. And in this particular case, it was building inspection, appraisal report, water potability, water inspection, well inspection, and septic inspection at least. And so we're going to spend anywhere from $500-$600 if we just have a simple building inspection required to thousands of dollars. And then if somebody wants to buy your house, wants to buy that house, guess what? That money's gone.
They're going to bump you.
They're going to, you're going to end up having to make a decision whether you buy or don't buy. And we've already determined you can't buy because we've already checked with your financial institution to know you cannot put yourself in a position to risk owning both. Now, some people can.
Yeah. So that buyer is an unqualified buyer at the moment.
Is that what you're trying to just get me to?
Yeah, until their house sells, right? Because they can't buy.
Right.
So that's why the percentage of realtors that actually work with that person showing them houses is significantly reduced because they're going to wait until they sell it and they move into that second category where they're motivated buyers who can buy.
Right. So let me just, one more reason though, why I told my seller, because you asked me, what did I tell him?
Sure.
The other thing is even if they fall in love with it and we don't buy it now because we're not in a position to buy it now and we don't waste all that money on inspections, the problem is by the time they do sell their house, which they will, in some cases it's not even on the market yet when they're out looking, which is even a less motivated buyer.
No, that's my fourth type of buyer.
Oh, that's your fourth?
Now
You're
you're doing my
there?
job again.
Okay, sorry. I'm not very good at doing my own when it comes to this conversation. Clearly, I've been in this way too long. If they fall in love with it and they can't have it, what happens is over time, it gets more beautiful in their mind.
Someone else buys it.
If somebody else buys it.
Then when we go out to look at properties when their house is sold, it's more and more beautiful. You probably had that where you thought something was gorgeous. 10 years later, you go back and you go, this isn't quite as grandiose or beautiful as I had built it up in my mind.
Right.
The mind's a beautiful place.
It is, and it often makes things better than they really are, especially if it's the one that got away. Yeah. So that was the conversation we had. So we've actually decided, short of open houses and short of just the property that's easily available to just go wander in and look at, we're going to wait until the house is on the market and sold.
Okay, so now the fourth type of buyer is the one that their house isn't even up for sale yet. How many of those work with realtors?
Not too many.
A lot less, right?
Right, less.
Because realtors don't want to go out and show property with someone that hasn't even put their house up for sale. They might show a couple just to get them
Right. I was going to say the only
orientated.
The only exception to that is if I'm going to be bringing a property to market and we're busy getting it ready and we're doing the cleanup that needs to be done or the little bit of maintenance and we just want to get an understanding, the buyer wants to get an understanding of what their options are when it comes time, spending one day to go look at everything or an afternoon or a morning to look at what is on the market that might suit them is good knowledge, and it gives a calm and a peace to be able to make good decisions later. They're not really a motivated buyer. They will become.
Now, the fifth type of buyer is an investment buyer.
Right.
And again, there's two types of investment buyers. Mm-hmm. There's the investment buyer that's been pre-qualified, very serious about buying, and they're working with a realtor. Mm-hmm. Now, most investment buyers, excuse me, do want a slight reduction in the price.
Right.
Because they're buying on price, not on emotion.
Right.
Now, that being said, recently we sold, because the market dictates it, we've sold some investment properties and our clients paid significantly over asking price for an investment property.
Because it was still good value.
Yes. Now, the investors that want to deep discount, basically steal your house, how many realtors work with that type of investor?
Not that many.
Not that many, because they understand value and they don't want to put that low ball, we call it a low ball offer in. Mm-hmm. So those are typically unrepresented. The buyers that have a house to sell are unrepresented. The buyers who typically they haven't been to the bank yet, they're not pre-qualified, they're just looking,
Just
casually looking.
Casually
yeah.
looking.
They may still buy, but they're casually looking.
Yeah.
They're typically not working with a realtor.
Some of them are, but really not. It's more of an education process. If I'm working with that type of buyer, it's one time out to get an understanding, to prepare for what's ahead.
Yeah.
It's not an every weekend occurrence or an every evening.
So if you're selling your house by yourself,
Right.
who are you attracting of those buyer types?
I don't want to tell you. Mum's the word.
Mum's the word?
Mum's the word.
Zipit.ca, you're keeping it quiet?
Dipit.ca. I'm keeping it quiet.
Are you conceding defeat?
No.
No.
I'm going to let you figure it out for yourself.
Okay, so would you believe that if we had more people looking at your property, more qualified people, more people that had urgency to buy, do you think you might get more for your property?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Thank you. Now, if you bought a watch, nice little watch,
Yeah.
in a jewelry store,
Yes.
okay, would you pay retail typically?
Yes.
And why would you expect to pay retail?
Because the store won't sell it to me if I don't pay
Okay.
retail.
Now, somebody buys that watch from a salesperson because they're a professional, and then
In a store.
Uh-huh. They keep it in a box. They keep it for a little while, decide, oh, I don't want to keep it, but the store won't take it back anymore because it's been too long.
Right.
They put it up for sale on Kijiji.
Right.
How much are they going to get
know
for
where you're
the
going
watch?
with this.
Why?
I do.
Okay, how much are you going to get for the watch?
Not near as much as I paid for it.
Okay, and why is that? Brand new watch, still brand new watch in the box.
Because I'm buying it from somebody that's not a store.
Because you're not buying it from a salesperson.
Yeah.
And there's no warranty anymore. There's no return policy. There's no insurances. There's no professional to protect you that the watch is actually authentic.
Right.
You know?
Yes.
It's not a genuine imitation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And yes.
So we've had cases where people don't want to disclose something, so they don't list with a realtor, because the realtor, under their code of ethics, have to disclose any pertinent information about the house.
Yep.
A for sale by owner
Doesn't have.
does not. Buyer beware when buying a for sale by owner property, right?
Well, and I think it scares me a little bit because.
But you're the for sale by owner. What scares
Oh
you?
wait.
What scares you, Yetta?
Well, because if I don't tell you the things that need to be told, then can somebody find out later, and then can I get in trouble?
Well, you could be sued, yeah.
Well, I don't like that.
You don't like that?
No.
Oh. Okay. So there's a little more liability if you're selling by yourself.
A little?
A little. Now, what about showings and availability for showings and availability for answering phone calls? As a realtor, not 24/7, but generally from about 7 a.m. to 9, 10 o'clock at night, we're going to return calls.
Yep.
Now, if you're at your work, how long do you think your boss is going to like you having to answer your phone with people calling to see your property?
Well, they may be very generous with my time.
They might be.
Might be. And maybe I work for myself.
Yeah. Okay, so you work for yourself.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Beautiful. So now you're out at a job site. What kind of job do you do, Yetta, working for yourself?
I'm a consultant.
A consultant. Very nice. And, consultants. Do they make a lot of money?
Generally.
Sometimes. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes.
All right. So you'd make a lot of money if you were at your job. Now, how much money are you going to make if you're at your house showing it to buyer type 4 or 5?
Oh. Well, I'm going to lose money?
Because there's no realtor showing them, right?
Right, because I'm having to take time out of serving my client that I've contracted my services to.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, and maybe
This is not really happy and fun
it's
show
not
for
fun
me.
for you?
No.
Oh, well,
this is so
you
not
should have
fun
planned
for
ahead.
me.
So now let's say you can take the time off.
Okay. I
And-
can't. Okay.
Or
now I'm
no,
excited.
let's say you can't.
Oh my goodness. Which can I do? Can I or can't
Well, you
I?
can, but you lose money because when you're not at work, you don't get paid. Whether you work for yourself or you work for somebody else.
Unless I'm on salary.
Now, let's say you can't take the time off.
Right.
Now, the out-of-town buyer that just came in, how are
Yeah.
they going to see your house?
I'm going to get my friend to do it.
Oh, did you know your friend's not allowed to do it?
What do you mean my friend's not allowed to do
At
it?
least not for compensation. Because that'd be trading in real estate without a
Okay.
license.
Okay, but could they just do it as a favor?
Yeah, they could.
Okay.
Does your friend got a vested interest in selling your house?
No.
No?
Well,
Okay.
yeah, they like me.
Oh, they like you. Okay. All right, good. Does your friend know about contract law?
Probably not.
No? Do you know about contract law?
Well, my lawyer
real
does.
estate?
My lawyer
Absolutely.
does.
Your lawyer does, yeah. So you're going to have your lawyer review every contract?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know how many contracts a for sale by owner has their lawyer review before one sticks?
No.
Do you know what a lawyer charges per hour?
No.
You don't know?
Well, they vary from a few $100s to hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Right. Because
Right.
when a lawyer does a transaction for a real estate sale that's handled by realtors,
Right.
they generally have a flat fee
Yes, they do.
because they know the contract's done right, or typically done right. Okay. And they know that it typically sticks.
Right.
Now, if they've got to review contracts that are conditional or that weren't even accepted yet, they haven't negotiated price yet, they're going to charge a couple $100 every time one of those happens, right?
At least, eh?
Right.
Yeah.
So now, what else is going to happen is, are you counting the dollars?
I'm starting to.
Okay. So if I list your property, I take all the upfront cost. I pay all the marketing, the measuring, the photographer, the everything,
The home preparation
the home
people.
preparation people, the advertising, the works. I pay
the
for it all.
brochures, everything.
Yep. You don't pay a cent until it sells. So I get paid for creating a result. And you got to like the result because you get to determine whether you accept the price or not, right? In the terms of the offer.
Right. And the closing date?
Right. Everything.
Okay.
So now if you do it yourself,
Yep.
let's say, it costs me about $1,000 to bring a home to market. What would it cost you to bring a home to market? Buy a sign, put a sign up, all that good stuff.
Well, at least that much.
Okay. So you spend that, and now let's say it doesn't sell because you're attracting buyer 4 and 5.
Right.
What happened to your money?
It's gone?
Yeah. And then you got to call a realtor. So
Yeah, you're funny.
yeah, I'm sorry. So
You're not sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Like, I had no idea this show was going to go like this. We talked about this in advance, and I thought it would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
I'm so not having any fun.
So now you're a lady selling your house.
Yes, I am.
If someone knocked on the door, normally, would you invite them into your house?
No,
Why not?
because I don't know them. Unless,
And what might happen?
well, not good things.
Not good things, because you
Right.
don't know them.
Right.
But just because you put a for sale sign on your lawn, you're going to invite strangers into your house
Well, I might.
while you're alone with them?
That's probably not so wise.
No. So there's a little bit of a security feature that the realtor brings to the table.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Now, it's never fun to get your house ready, right?
Never. It doesn't matter whether I'm working with a realtor or not. I still have to do that part myself.
You do.
And I have to get it ready for showings.
And from speaking to for sale by owners who have become working with a realtor, one of their biggest frustrations is people that say they're coming and don't.
Right. Whereas that doesn't happen as much with a realtor. It
No.
still occasionally happens, and pretty rarely, because there's often another realtor that's bringing them. So they've scheduled it and organized it, and there's just a higher level of commitment.
Yeah,
I
there's
guess.
a professionalism because that buyer
Right.
has a working relationship with that realtor, and they have to face them if they don't show up. Whereas for sale by owner, they don't know them from Adam
Right.
or
Or Jane.
or Eve.
Okay.
So, so if they don't show up, it's no skin off their teeth, basically,
Right.
right?
Right. If something comes up that's better for them, or they find another property and they can't reach you quickly, or even don't try to reach me, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like recently, here's a opportunity for sale by owner who used a mere posting, which basically just means they put the ad on the MLS.
Right.
Okay, so
And I've heard that the
you
MLS
pay for that service.
Right, and the MLS doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to sell my house.
You're working for the for sale by owner.
Oh, right.
remember?
I thought that's
Won't
what I
the
heard,
MLS sell my house? Not every house on the MLS sells.
though. No, many don't.
Yeah, realtors sell houses, not MLS. So it's another tool. It's an advertising tool, right? It's a website.
Right.
Is really what it is. So I called this particular seller on a Monday morning and said, my client would like to see your property on Wednesday evening at 7. Please call me back. You know, by Wednesday morning, he hadn't called me back.
Right.
I guess it's because it's not his business to be calling people back. He's not a realtor. So I called him again. And when I talked to him, this young gentleman said, the price is firm and I'm not paying a dime to realtors. And I thought, well, okay, so if you were going to work, right, as a consultant, you're a consultant.
Right.
If you went to work as a consultant, would you like to get a pay at the end of if you created a result for the person, would you like to get a pay at the end?
Yeah, if I deliver the product.
Right. So why should I bring my buyer to this seller when if I sell his house for him at a price that he accepts, he's not willing to compensate me at all for that,
Right.
right?
Right.
So interesting enough, I wrote a little email to my buyer and I said, well, this is what the seller says. He's firm on the price. He won't pay me. So here's your options. You can see it on yourself and negotiate by yourself. And I'll just back away. You can have me do it anyways and pay me the fee. Or we can look for other houses that they're willing to pay a commission or more reasonable.
And the value is more there because if he
Yes.
was if he was firm,
Yeah. Guess what his decision was?
your buyer,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's look at other properties. He said, that guy can keep his house. It's amazing. And it's amazing how when you have the working relationship with a realtor, how the buyers will actually want you to be compensated because they see the effort, the work, the protection that you put in for those buyers.
Only if you're bringing them value.
Yeah, of course.
Right. Which is the goal, right?
Yes.
And your focus. Okay.
I love having you on that side of
I
the
know, this is so not working.
fence. So now,
I'm thinking we're not even going to
yeah.
finish this show.
Well, no, we're going to finish the show. So, Yetta, as a for sale by owner, how many homes have you negotiated the contract on?
Well, I've sold 2 others by myself before.
Have you?
Yeah,
Nice.
I did good.
You did good?
Yes,
How do you know you did good?
I got them sold and they closed and I
How do
got
you-
my
how do
money.
you- How do you know you didn't leave money on the table?
I don't.
Don't, because you don't have access to the sold properties.
Right. But I did call somebody to get an idea of what the other houses were selling
Okay,
for.
good.
I got some insight from a realtor. I
Okay.
used them for
And how
information.
okay, good. You used them for information. And how
Yeah.
long? How long
was good.
How long did it take you to sell your house?
They sold pretty quick.
Yeah, well, it's pretty quick.
It was a little while ago. I don't exactly remember, but
Is it possible that the market went up or down during that period?
yeah.
Does the market shift quickly, like you were talking on the other show about the Toronto people, that one week they're getting 8 offers on a property, getting 50,000 over asking, and the next week the buyers are gone?
Yes.
Does it shift fast?
Yeah, Ottawa's a little more stable.
Yes. Does the seller need to respond quickly to that?
Yes.
Yeah. So if it's going up,
Right?
you need to know that so that we're negotiating knowing that the inventory is going down, prices are going up. If the prices are going down or flat, as a realtor, we need to know that so we know how to negotiate and how to price it properly
Right.
to get it sold.
And how do you know that? Because now I'm going to turn the tables.
Oh,
How do you know that, Ken?
How do I know that? Because we're monitoring the market every day.
Okay.
because we're in it. We're in it. We're negotiating for properties every day. Well, not every day, but typically
Actually,
about every second or third day, we're negotiating a sale of a property.
Well, completing. So really every day
Completing.
you are.
Yeah. We're showing properties. Every week we have buyers that we're showing properties to, so we know what the properties are like. We know what's out there.
Yeah.
Okay. All that expertise, what's it worth?
I was going to use the word invaluable, but I really didn't want to go down that road.
I
And
was
yet
going to
it's
use the word
thought,
priceless.
oh, it's what ran through my head.
Yeah. Because, I've had people get sued too for making a mistake.
You have? Or you've seen
I've seen
people
it.
do it?
I've seen
Okay,
it.
you've seen it.
I've
right.
seen it, yeah.
Yeah, not your clients,
No.
other people's, or
Yeah.
their own.
Yeah.
Okay, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes you could even sell your house twice. That would be a scary thing.
I've actually, when I used to be a realtor.
You are a realtor.
Oh yeah, right. I am.
Are you going to come out of role play now?
When I come out of my role, yeah, I don't know how
first
well
sell by
I did
owner
that. I
role?
apologize if I did not do it with excellence, and I was doing the very best I could because I have actually seen the other side from a professional side, and actually before we became realtors, we actually did end up selling a home on our own.
Yes,
Back
we did.
over 30
we were
years
very
ago.
Naive.
We were not very naive. I don't think it went well. We were in a terrible situation on so many counts. And unfortunately, we had a realtor. This was not in Ottawa. It was just outside Ottawa. And didn't have a good experience there, and we didn't know what to do. So we felt desperate. So if you feel desperate and you're somebody that has either done it before and you think, hey, I've made more money, except have you really? Like, did you really net more money might be the question I would ask.
Yeah, because I think if you have great marketing done for you, you have a pool of 3,000 real estate agents that want to sell your house and are marketing it on multiple websites because it's basically syndicated out to all the different real estate companies.
Right, and I know on the Decker team, we actively look for buyers and connect with people every single day as well for the properties that we're representing or the sellers that we're representing that have property.
Yeah.
Right, and so, okay.
All right, so if you're thinking of selling by yourself because you have an opinion of how it will save you money, then my suggestion is give the Decker team a call and get a second opinion.
Right. And ultimately, at the end of the day, you're going to do what you want to do. We're not high pressure, and yet you may just hear something that makes you say, wow, I did think it was going to work for me, and maybe I don't now, or maybe I do. So,
and maybe you get some, you tap into our brilliance and you get some stuff to help you sell it yourself. But either way, give us a call, 613-860-4663.